What is up, guys? NeedlessSpace here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Destiny 2, and I'm going to break down the top 10 exotic weapons. First off, real quick, if you can appreciate guides that get straight to the point, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get to the video. So this list is in no specific order. All 10 of these are going to be top-notch, must-have exotic weapons. So first off on the list, we have the old trusty exotic hand cannon, Ace of Spades. The active perks for Ace of Spades are Memento Mori, grants radar while aiming down sights, bonus damage after kill reload, and Firefly. Precision kills with this weapon increase reload speed and cause the target to explode, dealing solar damage to nearby enemies. So Ace of Spades made the list because it basically comes with all the perks you would want from a hand cannon in both PvE and PvP activities. So if you're the type of person that doesn't really like switching out weapons between activities and you want to just basically have a favorite exotic or a favorite weapon you want to stick with for a while, Ace of Spades is perfect for that. It'll shine in just about anything you do. You can get Ace of Spades after you finish the questline for it, which is unlocked after finishing the main storyline for Forsaken. Next on our list, we have the exotic pulse rifle, Bad Juju. The active perks are String of Curses, kills refill the magazine, increase damage, and grant super energy. And Hipfire Grip, ergonomic grips that increase accuracy and stability when firing from the hip. Bad Juju is a great weapon to fill up that primary slot. It's basically a full auto pulse rifle. And if you want to fill up the role in your squad of taking out the smaller adds, this weapon is absolutely perfect because every time you get a kill, it will reload itself, give it a stacking damage buff, and also give you super energy. So the more kills, the more overpowered this weapon will become. You can pick up Bad Juju through a quest line that I actually covered in a previous video. The next weapon on our list is the exotic trace rifle, Divinity. Comes with the active perks Judgment. Sustained damage with this weapon envelops the target in a field that weakens and disrupts them. Strong against overload champions. And Penance. Targets under the effects of Judgment long enough are struck with a burst of damage. Basically, Divinity is a trace rifle where the longer you hold it on your target, it creates a huge force field that damages and debuffs enemies. Now, if you have a whole fire team with you in high-level activities, this is great because it technically gives a buff of 25% to each Guardian, so that's 125% extra damage in something like the Raid, all going into one target. So this weapon's pretty good for high-level activities and taking down large bosses. You can get Divinity by finishing its questline that's part of the Garden of Salvation raid. Next up on our list is the infamous exotic sniper rifle, Auggies Burden. The active perks are Honed Edge. Holding reload consumes the magazine and loads a more powerful round, and no distractions. Aiming this weapon for a short period reduces flinch. So this one I was a little bit reluctant to add it to the list just because it got nerfed recently, especially to the reload speed. But Auggies Burden still puts out insane amounts of damage and is great for any single target enemies or high level bosses. Auggies Burden can be picked up through its questline, which I actually cover in a previous video. It's a quick step-by-step guide. Next up on our list is one of my personal favorites, the exotic hand cannon Sunshot. It has the active perks Sunburn, explosive rounds highlights targets, and Sun Blast. Targets killed with Sunshot explode in solar energy. So as someone who only used hand cannons when Destiny 1 was out and when Destiny 2 first came out, one of the downfalls is you can get bombarded by huge groups of small adds. Now this is where Sunshot excels. The Sun Blast perk not only explodes the targets you kill, but if the targets next to those ones die as well, they'll explode and they can basically set off a chain reaction, especially when a bunch of thralls are running at you. Sunshot can easily be grabbed by just playing through the Red War campaign. The next weapon to add to our list is yet another exotic hand cannon, the Last Word. The active perks are Fanfire. This weapon fires full auto and is more effective in hipfire. And then Hipfire Grip, ergonomic grips that increase accuracy and stability when firing from the hip. So the Last Word actually isn't that great for PvE situations, but in the Crucible is really where this one shines. If you're at close range firing from the hip, you can dole out so many rounds so fast, it's easy to take down enemies. It's almost like a shotgun at that point. And then if you can aim down sights and handle the recoil, it's still pretty effective at medium to semi-long range. The last word can be picked up through its quest line, which I actually covered in a previous video with a quick step-by-step guide. Next weapon on our list is the exotic shotgun Lord of Wolves. The active perks are Shrapnel Launcher, Powerful Short Range Solar Burst, and Release the Wolves. Hold to swap to a longer, more powerful burst. So at first glance, this weapon might not seem like much, but it really shines in the Crucible. Anytime I need to knock out some sort of shotgun bounty for shacks, I definitely pull this weapon out. If you run any kind of shotgun build, it's worth giving this one a try. Lord of Wolves can be picked up from doing bounties for Spider and the Tangled Shore. Next on our list, and I'm sure a lot of you probably saw this one coming, is the exotic hand cannon Thorn. Has the active perks Mark of the Devourer, rounds pierce targets and deal damage over time. Kills with this weapon leave behind remnants. And then Soul Devourer, absorbing a remnant strengthens Mark of the Devourer and partially fills the magazine. So like a few other weapons on this list, Thorn was actually added because it does so well in PvP modes. It is definitely one of the top tier hand cannons. The damage over time effect, the corrosive damage, is really well going against hunters especially because they can evade around corners. Yet the corrosive damage will still eat away at their health as long as you've pumped a couple rounds into them. You can pick up Thorn through its quest line, which I actually covered a quick, easy, step-by-step guide in a previous video. Go check it out if you want to pick this one up. So next up on our list is the exotic sniper rifle, Whisper of the Worm. The active perks are White Nail, higher base precision damage, rapidly landing 3 precision hits will refill the magazine, and Mulligan. Missing a shot has a chance to return ammo directly to the magazine. So Whisper of the Worm actually made this list because it is a very high contender as far as damage output right now. You can, if you're a good aim, you can basically land precision shots over and over, refilling the magazine. And also if you tend to miss, you can still refill the magazine anyways. So you won't be having to actually reload nearly as often as some of the other sniper rifles. This is kind of why it's up to par with Auggies Burden at the moment. Whisper of the Worm can be picked up through its quest line that has a timed mission similar to Auggies Burden. So the last weapon on the list is one that I've actually been having quite a bit of fun with lately. It's the exotic machine gun Zenophase. The active perks are Pyrotoxin Rounds, fires high-powered explosive ammunition, and Rangefinder. Aiming this weapon increases its effective range and zoom magnification, increased projectile velocity while aiming rocket launchers and grenade launchers. Zenophage is another one of those ones where it's not the absolute best choice for one specific situation. It is one that you can basically take into any situation, any activity, and it'll do its job. You can pull it out for huge groups of small adds or even to take down bosses. It does quite a bit of damage. You can pick up Zenophage through its quest line. It's actually part of the Pit of Heresy dungeon. I actually covered it in a quick, easy to follow guide in a previous video. Check it out if you decide to pick it up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the list. If there's any weapons you think I should have had on here, please let me know down below in the comments. If you can appreciate quick, easy to follow guides, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys next time, and as always, good luck and have fun.